Okay, we have a 1,500 point battle report for you today. Eldar versus Space Wolves. A really cool Space Wolf army. No vehicles except for the drop pod. It's Dawn of War, so only this guy's on the board. This is a Psyker, going to try to screw up my psychic powers over here. And those two troops are just, they're right there. They're literally at the table edge. They decided not to set up anywhere else. That thing's of course going to fly onto a run. What do I have? The only thing that's on the board is Eldrad inside here with 10 Dire Avengers. Obviously my Phoenix Lord Asurmen's going to walk on and get in the vehicle. What else do I have in my army? 6 Dire Avengers in here in the Falcon, 5 Melta guys, the Fire Dragons in the Falcon, 5 more Melta guys in this vehicle, and that's it. So everything else is coming on. I am going first, unless my opponent, if he wants to steal initiative. No, he's not going to steal initiative. It is kill points, so we're going to try to kill each other here. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up what happened. Fortune over here. We were just a few inches out of range of the hoods, so then I knew I wouldn't be able to doom the Psyker there. What happened? Everything flew on. This guy couldn't see. They could see. They could see. They could see. Fired everything into this guy, and finally a single missile hit got through and killed him. So that was 1 kill point. We killed the Psyker. So where our powers are unleashed. But that was it. So that's all we did. Moved on, took some shots at something close. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Space Wolves. Drop pod, direct hit over here, drops in. There was some debating over whether to put them in front and force, kind of force my hand or get some cover from behind. So my opponent has decided to get some cover. Pretty nice cover. It's going to be hard to really, take that away. Over here. Those guys those 2 units moved up and ran, I think 4 inches on one, 3 inches on the other. Those guys ran, I think 4 or 5 inches. Those guys came on there. So pretty interesting. This is like a Wolf Guard unit, so there's just tons of, there's lightning claws, there's some kind of like blades in there, force blades or something, I don't know. Pretty nasty, so I'm going to have to deal with this stuff real quick or it's going to get up in my face. So is on to bottom, or top of turn 2. Okay, so top of turn 2, no Psyker to stop me, so I just got Fortune off on here, Guide on this guy, and Doom on those guys. Fired 3 of my vehicles, fired all their guns in here, managed to kill 5 of those guys, so there's 5 left. And this last guy here fired his guns at this thing, got 2 hits, but couldn't penetrate or glance for a kill point on that thing. So I've just bunkered up. I've bunkered up on the edge of the board here, left some space for my guys in case the vehicles get wrecked by something to pop out, but that's it. So on with bottom of turn 2 for Space Wolves. Bottom of turn 2, what happened? These guys decided that they were too far away. I think that was the right decision because they would have been too far away to assault here. So instead they moved and ran up to the edge of this building to take cover back there. These guys moved up and ran, moved up and ran, moved up and ran, only 1 inch I think on the poor dogs there, but they're getting closer. And I gotta decide what to do. Turn 3 coming up. This thing has a gun, but unfortunately it can't. It has Stormbolter. It can't hurt my vehicles yet. So I gotta decide what to do. Try to kill this thing. Try to kill those guys. We'll see. Okay, so rounding up top turn 3, what happened? Fortune on Eldrad's squad. Doom on the guys that are there, and Guide on this vehicle. The 2 Falcons I tasked with shooting at this thing, but just couldn't hit very well. Couldn't even get a glance or pen on it. Both squads unloaded. And these guys blade stormed into that unit, but the blade storm combined with the doom on those guys was enough to kill that whole unit. So these guys are actually just kind of, just chilling. They're just chilling. They couldn't shoot or anything because everything else is too far away. So that was a 2nd kill point. So it's 2-0. So still pretty close game, but back in a bit with. All right, bottom of turn 3. Moved and ran 4 inches. Moved and ran 6 inches. Moved and ran 3 inches. Stormbolter finally had something to shoot at. Fired at these guys because these guys have rerollable armor. But we made our 2 armor saves because he managed to win 2 guys. So on to top of turn 4. We bunkered up for a bit. Maybe we should go forward. Okay, rounding up top of turn 4. Not great. I mean, Fortune, Eldrad squad, they loaded into the vehicle, moved over here, guided this guy, doomed the dogs, fired shots into the dogs, only caused 1 wound to 1 dog. And then both Falcons tried to go into this thing, finally got 1 penetration after 4 rounds of shooting at it, but still did nothing. All I managed to do actually was I had a glance from one of these nose cannons, the Shuriken cannons, managed to blow away its Stormbolter, but yeah, I just can't take this thing down. It's impervious to my actions. I cannot claim that kill point. But that is it. So on to bottom of turn 4 for these Space Wolves. They're advancing really close. I think these dogs are going to be assaulting something. They're real close. So yeah, okay, so bottom of turn 4, what happened? These dogs are finally in there. They went for the vehicle. These 2 guys had gone only combat speed, so they went in there. The 2 Melta bombs thrown in, both connected, both penetrated, exploded this vehicle. 2 Fire Dragons died instantly. They weren't pinned though, mercifully. And what else happened? These guys just moved up and ran because their bolters couldn't shoot anything out here. So this took, this happened in the assault phase. So it's actually 2-1 right now for Eldar, so pretty close still. And we have some dogs we got to deal with, and 2 swarms of dudes we got to deal with as well. I can't believe I haven't killed this thing yet for kill points. So painful, but so be it. Okay, so back in. Okay, rounding up, top of turn 5, what happened? Fortune on these guys, doom on those guys. We charged in. We fired. We didn't blade storm. We just fired normal shots because I was pretty confident we'd get him. We got him. We consolidated away a few inches. Over here, these guys unloaded, doomed on those guys. Fired those guys. Fired some vehicle in there. Killed half the unit, but they're still rocking. And I kept firing at this thing with both of my one of my Falcons finally managed to just wreck it to death, necroned it to death, just because it's already immobilized, missing a weapon. I took away its weapon, another weapon, destroyed result, so it finally got wrecked. But that was the bane of my existence for most of the game. And that is it. These guys popped out. We're trying to melt to that thing, but to no luck. So they're going to be toasted soon. But here we go. On to bottom of turn 5. Rounding up, bottom of turn 5. What happened? These guys moved up, just gunned those 3 fire dragons down like dogs with ease. These guys moved up, rapid fired into here, wiped away 4 dudes that were over here. A lot of saves caused, so just 4 guys went down with ease right there. But we're going to see if the game ends. Bottom of turn 5, so on a 1 or 2, the game will end. Here we go. Let's roll it up. No, game continues. Turn 6. Okay. All right, wrapping up middle of the top of turn 6. There's an exciting combat starting. I've charged these units. What happened? I blade stormed into these guys because I knew that's a character. So I blade stormed them, killed about most of the unit, charged them, double charged then over here. What else happened? These guys moved away, gunned into there. Vehicles of every kind gunned into both units. Both units are doomed. This whole unit is Fortune. We're going to have a combat over here. Top of turn second. That was, top turn 6. What happened? So that combat, we actually ended up killing the HQ over here, the Terminator guy, killing his Power Fist guy. Over here, killed the 2 guys in the unit. I decided to put Phoenix Lord Asurmen at the unit. As a result, though, this guy put like 5 saves into Phoenix Lord Asurmen, but because of reroll before plus, he only took 1 wound. So Phoenix Lord Asurmen's down to 2. This guy's still down to 2. We couldn't put any wounds into him successfully, but now we've piled in on this guy. And it's bottom of turn 6. It's just going to be this combat. You want to roll it out right here? You want to do it up? All right, so Phoenix Lord Asurmen's initiative 7. He's going to go first. He's only got 4 attacks now because he's not charging. Needs 3s to hit with rerolls. Sword of Azur gets to reroll. Misses anyways. Needs your toughness 4, right? So needs 4s. And you're still doomed though. So, only 1 wound. 1 power weapon wound from Phoenix Lord Asurmen. Go ahead. What you got?
She doesn't have any kind of invul save.
No invul save on that guy? Alright, so he's down to 1 wound now. And Eldrad gets to attack. He's only got 2 attacks now, so your weapon skill is pretty high, right?
6.
Okay, so I only hit you once, but a 2+ power weapon. I think that does it if you have no invulnerable. You sure you have no invulnerable on him?
No.
Okay, so that's it. I got him. Thank you, sir.
That's game.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good tough fight, but it came down to a final big combat at the end.